like Amber Rose, like some hard-faced ass dudes. I think Kanye was the prettiest one that she done had that I done seen. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? This is Poetry with PNTV number 5. PNTV number 5. I don't even have a real title for this one yet. Oh my God. I am out in sunny LA, as you could probably see. I'm at my Airbnb with my little fabulous backdrop. I got my little gazebo thing going on right now. So, I wasn't even sure if I was going to get this done, but I figured that I should. Today is actually Tuesday, not Monday. So Travel and Talk Tuesday will probably still come later on the day. I'm gonna have the whole fam in the car, and we're gonna travel and talk at the same fucking time then about our trip, pretty much. So, yeah, I don't, like I said, I really don't have any real title about this. Planes, trains, and automobiles. I don't know what that shit. No, that don't make no sense either. Anywho, here we go. Let me get this tape before my battery dies out. So let's start off first with some sad news. I did not get down this gentleman's name. I don't know why I didn't get his name down, but did y'all see the report that said that Venus Williams killed a man? I was like, what the fuck you mean Venus Williams killed a man? So apparently Venus Williams killed a man. June 9th, she was involved in a car accident, and early reports said that they were driving down in Palm Beach, and well, let me give a disclaimer. I'm next door to a house that has a lot of dogs, and the older gentleman is out there arguing with his wife, so you may hear them in the background, but you know I like to be outside when I do PNTV. Okay, so she was driving in Palm Beach, and they were parked at a red light. The light turned green, the car started to proceed, and Venus Williams allegedly jumped over into their lane. When she jumped over into their lane, the 69-year-old driver crashed into the back of Venus's car. I don't know why this was important, but I noticed that in California news, they report what type of car it is. So I'm going to give you what type of car it is as well. Venus Williams was driving a 2010 Toyota Sequoia. The family that was in the car was driving a 2016 Hyundai something. I want to say Sonata. Might have been a Elantra, but it was a Hyundai. Okay, so they said that they were doing, when the impact happened, they were going at a maximum of 5 miles per hour, right? The airbag deployed on the, causing the driver damage to her ribs and her back. The passenger ended up in the hospital with severe injuries. He was 79 years old, and 2 weeks later, he died. When Venus Williams found out that he died, she posted on Twitter how sorry she was about the accident and the regret she feel for the loss of life, right? So people are tearing her up in the comment section saying, yeah, you should be sorry, you should go to jail, you should burn, you should do this because you killed the man. And I was like, okay, a man did die as a result of a car accident, but I wouldn't go so far as to say as she killed the man. She, in California and also in Missouri, if you hit somebody from the back, you are 100% at fault. There are some minor exceptions. One of the exceptions being if you were cut off. The way that California looks at it is if you were cut off, they also look at the speed of traffic and also at the distance that you have in between vehicles to actually brake at that speed. They were going 5 miles an hour. I cannot see the state of California siding with the family, the grieving family, at 5 miles an hour as if they could not hit the brakes and prevent the crash. And the reason why that most states say that if you hit somebody from the back, no, regardless if it's technically your fault or not, or if you have more control over your vehicle when someone jumps in front of you. So I know it's a man died 2 weeks later after this accident. I know people were injured, and that could be very traumatic, but the way that the law states, she would not be at fault, but they are suing her for negligence. And I did find out that the driver she can, like I said, she can sue for negligence and possibly receive a percentage of the claim based off of her injuries, but I'm not sure how they are going to make Venus Williams responsible for the death of the passenger. I'm not sure how that's going to play. I think the fact that how old they were is going to play a big factor into this and how they are spinning this in the news and the media, even though age has no factor in the exception of the law. You understand what I'm saying? But she was asked about it during the middle of her fucking Wimbledon match. And of course she broke down and got emotional and crying about it. And again, people were like, see? Oh my God. Oh, hold on. It's a fucking hummingbird. I don't know if you can see that. Oh shit, he flew away. He flew the fuck away. It was a fucking hummingbird. I've never seen one that up close or even that big, because they're usually pretty small. But I'm in like an urban farm. Y'all hear about this when y'all see my PNTV, not my PNTV, my Travel and Talk Tuesday. I'm still gonna do that too. So yeah, but people being really insensitive asses in respect to the fact that she cried and got emotional. See, you're showing your guilt. You're showing your guilt. No, bitch, she just fucking emotional. Somebody died. Fuck, I get emotional when I hear about somebody on the other side of the world that dies. It's just, if you don't feel something, you're fucking heartless, and you're the heartless, emotional fucker. Unemotional fucker, that's what you are. Especially if you're involved in an accident that resulted in someone's death. Even if it's not your fault. Someone dies in the accident, you're gonna feel sad or regret. Take me for example. I was driving my friend's car. We were traveling from Camp Pendleton through Barstow. We was heading back to Texas. And coming around Barstow, if you ever have you ever driven on 40, you hit some tailwinds on that road. Okay, we was in a little Mitsubishi Mirage. We came around that corner, the bend, the wind snapped the back of the car, and we went careening in a circle off a fucking cliff and flipped over, right? Now, I was the one that was driving at the time. There was witnesses. There was some truck drivers that was coming along the way. Their trailers got blown off as well. The winds are very high sometimes around Barstow. And the one driver described it as the back of our car just lifted up and we flipped off the cliff, right? So, technically speaking, they said that I was at fault because I was the driver. They gave me a ticket for making an improper lane change as I careened off the side of a cliff. My friend's car was totaled. I couldn't help but feel regret for that. Like, I think I gave him money every month for like a year and a half to try to help him get a new car, even though he was going to get a new car from his insurance company, you know what I'm saying? But I just couldn't help but feel regret. My husband was injured in the car at the time. We were married at the time. We weren't married yet. But he was injured, lost a damn testicle. I felt something about that shit because I was the one that was behind the wheel. But still, if you don't feel something, if somebody is injured or dies in an accident, whether it was your fault or not, you're just a heartless motherfucker. Okay, speaking of death, there were 25 people shot up in a club in Little Rock over the weekend. 2:30 in the morning. It was a power club, and the ages of the people were 16 to 35. My question is, why is a 16-year-old in the club with a 35-year-old? I don't know what type of club this is. If they got an 18 and under side or over 18 side, like we used to have at the Mono. You had that one side you can go in, 18 and under, and if it's over 18, you got your little white band, you go over there and you party. If you was over 21, you got a green band, so you can go in there and drink. So that's the type of club that was. So I wonder if that was that type of club. So apparently this was a dispute that happened in the club. It wasn't any terrorist attack. It was just some motherfucker having some beef in the club, and they shot the shit up. 25 people got shot. And this is what I say about dumbass people with fucking guns. You can't even shoot the motherfucker that you're trying to shoot. You got to shoot up 25 other people. If you was that good of a shot, you that good of a gangster, you that thug and that hard, you should know how to shoot your shot and hit the person you're supposed to hit on the first damn try. So there was 3 other people that was injured without the gunshots. I think they was trampled or some shit like that. And 2 people right now are still in critical condition. They have rounded up about 3 or 4 suspects at this time. Even the rapper that was performing that night, he got arrested. He got arrested on charges not related to the shooting incident. He's had to do some with drugs and I think trafficking, some other type of shit he got locked up on. But the fact that it all happened around the same time, people are thinking he had something to do with the shooting. Okay, so next, JayZ dropped his album 444. I tell y'all black people, y'all know y'all could make some shit more positive than it really is. Just like y'all did with the Lemonade album. Y'all was like, oh, that was all the black women, black empowerment albums. It was not. It was an album about Beyonce's life. That's what the album was. And her being a black woman, you know, she has connections to black people. When she has some type of things to say to help uplift us. She spoke on topics that we are familiar with, but your cheating ass husband is not something that's just exclusive to black women and black families. So I just didn't get how, oh, she really doing it for black women. She really talking about black women. No. She's just talking about relationships, period, specifically hers. Okay, but moving on. JayZ's album 444 is supposed to be a response to Beyonce's album. So he dropped that album. I think he announced it right after Beyonce said it. He was going to drop the T to the Lemonade. And so we were expecting this album. When we arrived here in Los Angeles, they played the entire album on the radio. And I'm sitting here thinking, I am so not impressed. And as we drive around town and we keep hearing the songs over and over again, while I'm sitting there listening to the song, my eyebrows furrowed up, my nose all twitched, and then I said, oh, that's the damn JayZ song. That's on the album. I keep saying it, that's on the album. It's bullshit. I swear I've been looking at my watch like, is it 4:45 yet? 4:44 ain't over yet. 4:45 ain't came. Please let this album in. This is pitiful example of music. That's the best way I can say it. And the people who going around talking about how lit this is, how educational this is, y'all fanatics. Y'all way beyond fans. Y'all just fanatics. Ain't nothing educational and thought-provoking about this album. He ain't doing nothing but talking about his life too. This is what he said. I cheated on my wife. It's a dope deal of half my life. I think having babies gonna make me act right. But my beats, no, my rhyme ain't even tight. On top of that, half of the shit that I'm saying is over-exaggerated truths, really called lies. That's all the album is. They're done 4:44. All right there in 44 seconds. The whole damn album. And it's like oversaturating the airways. Every time we get in the car, oh my God, they playing the album or some song. And I'm just thinking, this JayZ new shit again. And I'm not saying shit as a metaphor. It's pretty much shit to me. I'm not impressed at all. I mean, y'all do realize that half the stuff he's saying is a lie. Y'all do. It's fluffing. That's what rappers do. Entertainers do. Singers. They take things in situations and events in their life and they fluff them. That's what exaggeration is. And they put it on a CD and they sell it to you guys as entertainment. And you think that you being educated on some shit. Okay. So, the next thing, I'm just going to go through my shorts because I want to make this video shorter than what I'm already doing. I'm already at like 13, 14, 15 minutes. So I'm just going to run through these real quick. These does not mean that they have any less value. It's just that, shit, I don't feel like talking about them in detail. Sandra Bland's case. Y'all already know, if you've heard by now, the state trooper, Encina, he already quit the force after the situation happened. The only charge that they were going to make stick on him was going to be a charge of perjury, when he said that he only got her out of the car to do a safer and thorough investigation, which the video clearly shows that he was abusive. He threatened to yank her out of the car. He threatened to tase her, use a stun gun on her. He was very aggressive, so that he already contradicted himself. So that was the only charge that the jury indicted him on. They didn't indict any of the officers at the jail cell. Okay, so the prosecutor has decided to drop that charge as well. It's a year later now, after the death or after the indictment, and the prosecutor is deciding, no, we're not going to charge him on anything. They did not tell the family. The family found out in the news, the same way we found out in the news, that he was not being indicted. And the prosecutor saying, you know, this man is just a victim of the community's attack from Sandra Bland's death. And now that he doesn't have a job, he quit his job, and he doesn't have a life anymore, or can't support his family anymore. So he felt that the need to drop the case. Sandra Bland's family received a settlement of $1.9 million back in September for wrongful death. It still amazes me that they can get settlement money for wrongful death, but nobody is at fault. Nobody goes to jail for it. Not a single person. The department don't get reprimanded, nothing, but they paying out money for wrongful death. They just paid out money in the Philando Castile case. They just paid out money in the Mike Brown case. They had paid out money for Tamir Rice, if I'm not mistaken. They also paid out money for Trayvon Martin, but all these motherfuckers still walking around free. Okay, moving on. Zero, y'all motherfucking president, shared this video. It's a parody of a wrestling match with CNN being body slammed and beat up on the mat. And this was supposed to be in reference to CNN being fake news in regards to the news that they report on Zero. Okay, so my whole thing about that is that he's saying that it's just a joke. Ha ha ha. Very funny. But when a comedian beheads your ass, heads roll. It ain't no joke no more. Can't do shit about you. When Snoop Dogg did his video saying that he wanted to decapitate your ass, it wasn't a joke then. But now you want to perpetuate violence against a whole media station, and it's a joke. Ha ha ha. Also, North Korea is testing bombs left and right. Zero had the audacity to say he ain't got nothing else better to do than over here test bombs. You ain't got nothing else better to do than sit your ass on Twitter and tweet some stuff, dumb shit, to show people how stupid our commander-in-chief is. You up here tweeting about this man instead of doing your fucking job. Well, you don't know how to do your job. You weren't supposed to get it anyway. So, moving on from there. Other shorts, Kodak Black dumbass made an ignorant ass comment about not liking darker skinned women. How he don't like black bitches. He like African American women, but he don't like black bitches. He prefer red bones or yellow holes, is what he said. That's his preference. He don't like them, fuck them. But stop saying ignorant ass, stupid ass comments and then trying to back it up and justify it. Like, I can say what I want to say, it's my preference, fuck y'all. I mean, it's his preference. I used to only date dark skinned dudes too. So moving on from that, but stupid ass comment, internet turned them up. I ain't gotta say nothing else about that. There was a plane crash when we got here on the 405 freeway. It was manned by two people, the Pisano family, husband and wife, 55 and 62 years old. They had a failed engine, and the airplane crashed right on the 405 freeway. What is supposed to be said, they're not in critical condition anymore. They should make it. They should be getting out of the hospital soon. And they careened into 4 other vehicles on the highway. None of them people got injured at all. Only the people in the plane got injured. So everybody is about to be alive. Next and last and final thing. Oh no, it's 2 more things. Amber Rose, allegedly age 34, is dating 21 Savage, age 20. No, I said it wrong. Amber Rose is allegedly age 34, is dating 21 Savage, who is age 24. They announced it via Instagram. And Wiz Khalifa put up a post of him and his new girlfriend, said, you know, somebody stunting. And everybody took that caption of him and his girlfriend, that said somebody stunting, to take as a dig towards Amber Rose and 21 Savage. I don't know how one or the other got to do with each other. They have no relation. He talking about him and his chick stunting in the picture. But as far as Amber Rose and 21 Savage, the age difference is not even what I'm concerned with. Because the guy I was seeing, I think I'm 10 years older than him. I ain't even sure no more. But 21 Savage ugly as a motherfucker. Like Amber Rose, like some hard-faced ass dudes. I think Kanye was the prettiest one that she done had that I done seen. She done dated some hard-faced ass dudes, and she is sticking with the rappers, ain't she? She going through them. Woo, okay. Do you, girl? But that dude, he one of them people that when I saw his picture, I jumped back from the screen. He is unfucking attractive. I mean, somebody out there for everybody, I guess. Okay, lastly, Bill Cosby, after his mistrial, decided to go on a tour explaining to women how to avoid sexual assault. He has canceled his "This is how you don't get sexually assaulted" tour. I don't even know why he was going to do it in the first place. But yeah, Bill Cosby need to go sit his old ass down somewhere. That's pretty much it. Well, that's it for PNTV, y'all. And that's my mom in the background. I'm finna show her. She don't want me to show with a little bonnet. Look at her hiding out in the corner. She got her Tammy Roman Chronicle bonnet on. I say we probably gonna all be in the PNTV video, and everybody gonna be in the car giving their views on what the hell was going on today, this whole little trip. So thank y'all for watching. This is PNTV coming to you from LA. I'll be back in the loop for next week's PNTV. Power, I just watched it last night, late last night. I need to watch it again because I think I fell asleep, only because I was tired, not because I wasn't interested. And I'll get that review up sometime this evening. And thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being patient. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Drop your comments down below. Peace.